rightful owners of this land that you're going to be watching this sick play on soon, and for all of us to pay our respects to the original storytellers of this nation, the elders of the past, present and future all across this beautiful land of ours we call Australia, whether they are here with us today or not. Thank you everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful time and enjoy the show.
If you want to find Cherry Tree Lane, all you have to do is ask the policeman at the crossroads.
He will push his helmet slightly to one side, scratch his head thoughtfully, point a huge white gloved finger and say,
"First to your right, second to your left, shove right again, and you're there. Good afternoon to you."
And sure enough, if you follow the directions exactly,
you will be there, right in the middle of Cherry Tree Lane,
where the houses run down one side
And the pipes run down the other.
and the cherry trees go dancing right down the middle.
And if you are looking for number 17,
and it's more than likely that you will be, for that is where this particular story takes place.
You will very soon find it, as it is the smallest house in the street, situated right next to the imposing edifice that is the home of Admiral Hugh.
17 Cherry Tree Lane, residence of George Banks, Esquire.
What did the weathercock say, Admiral?
There's an east wind coming.
I thought as much.
I shouldn't wonder if you were steering us into a nasty piece of weather.
There is frost in my bones. I shall have to wear 2 overcoats.
And his wife, Winifred.
George, dear, we have the most glorious meeting.
The Admiral said the wind is coming up.
Millicent Fawcett chained herself to the Prime Minister's carriage. You should have been there.
Their children, Jane.
Literal toads in her bed,
Michael.
and worms in her tea,
They love to imagine new ways of tormenting the man.
mustard in her pudding, and boogers in her peas, pickles in her ham, and poop in her tea. Michael, let's smother the death in her sleep. Come back here, you horrid children!
Katie Nairn doesn't really deserve to come into the story at all, because she's just about to...
That's it! I resign!
Only the cook, Miss Brill, and housekeeper Ellen simply couldn't do without her.
Oh no, you don't! Who gets stuck with the children when no nanny in the house? Me, that's who! I have meals to cook! Brats for me!
Out of my way!
How can I do my creative best with those brats around my feet? Polishing brasses with any amount of artistry takes time, you know!
Please step aside!
What do you want?
Well, I shall just have to go. Mrs. Banks!
I know it's your death, but Millicent Fawcett has called an emergency gathering.
Mrs. Banks!
Quick debrief after her most daring protest today.
Mrs. Banks!
You really should have been there, Katie Nairn. This sister was ablaze with the spirit of emancipation.
Mrs. Banks! You know I've always given
Oh,
you
Katie
the best.
Nairn, I always marry for one of us.
Oh,
I know they ran away.
Ross, Katie and Anna, I really must reprimand you severely. This is the third time this week.
The fourth.
The fourth, are you sure?
Quite sure, Mrs. Banks.
Well, in that case, I am extremely disappointed. I expected far more from an experienced nanny such as your... Oh, Katie, nanny, you're not...
Leaving, Mrs. Banks, I'm afraid so. I can't stay a minute longer.
Then how will we go?
I have absolutely no idea.
But I don't understand. Why would you want to leave?
Your children are out of control, Mrs. Banks.
Out of control? I have no idea.
They are incorrigible brats.
Yes, they can be defied.
Demonic!
Contrary, certainly.
Tiny sociopaths.
Rebellious, perhaps.
Evil to the core.
To the core? Oh dear me, you're quite right, to the core.
I've accepted a position in Hammersmith with a family whose children are exemplary.
Exemplary, how
Good
nice.
day, Mrs. Banks. I'm done with this house there.
Good day, Katie and Anna.
Good, Brennan. Don't stumble on your way out.
Thank you for everything.
That's very pretty happy now. Can I help you with your
I'm
bag?
perfectly capable. Good day.
Winifred! Going somewhere?
Certainly not. What an absurd idea.
Well, it's 6:01.
Course, Josh.
Ellen Cock, it's 6:01!
Precision and order. That's all I ask. The running of a household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, are all your domain, whilst I remain the sovereign of Cherry Tree Lane. Winifred, where are the children?
Children, George?
Yes, Winifred, the children. Where are they?
Where are they?
Where are they?
Exactly, George, where are they?
Well, how the dickens should I know? I'm asking you.
Of course you are, George.
Well,
Yes, dear.
where are they?
They're not here, George.
I can see that. I want to know where they are.
They're missing, George.
Missing? You mean lost?
I'm afraid they ran away from Katie and Anna being fed up with the habit of running away. You know, this is the fourth time this week. I thought it was the third, but Katie and Anna correct
Yes,
by
yes,
mistake.
get to the point.
Well, she resigned.
You mean we don't have a nanny and we don't know where the children are?
That's correct, George.
A nanny should govern. A nanny should rule. A nanny is a parable who suffers no fool. A nanny is stout. Our children would gain by having such a nanny in Cherry Tree Lane. Winifred, you've engaged 6 nannies in the last 4 months and they've all been unqualified disasters.
If only we could have someone like your old nanny.
Few women alive could manage Miss Andrews' standards of efficiency. My hat and coat. Besides, we could never afford someone of her caliber. You placed an advertisement in the Times saying that Jane and Michael Banks require the best possible nanny for the lowest possible wages.
Yes, George.
I'm off to look for the children.
Thank you, George.
And mention that to queue across the street and hold up traffic like last time. I had to pay the policeman a shilling for all the trouble caused.
Yes, George, I make sure of it.
Excuse me, sir.
Constable, the very person I needed to see.
On a matter of some emergency, I take it, sir.
Yes, indeed, Constable.
While going about my duties on the other side of the park, I noted some valuables that have gone astray. I believe they're yours, sir.
Valuables.
Come along, children.
Oh my darlings, we were so worried.
Don't get emotional, Winifred. Thank you, Constable. That will be all.
We're very sorry.
I'm not sorry.
We didn't mean to
We
worry
just
you.
wanted to make Katie and Anna cry.
Why would you want to make your nanny cry?
Because he smells of barley water and wee.
Your and mine would be precisely good over.
And he can't even fly a kite. What use is a nanny who can't fly kites?
Should I add, must be able to fly a kite on the job description, George?
No, you should not.
Why doesn't father ever teach us to fly kites?
Do you think I've got time to go gallivanting around parks flying kites? When I was your age, I liked flying kites, but my nanny, Miss Andrews, frightened that out of me quick smart.
Children, I have some dreadful news to deliver. Brace yourselves, please. Katie Nana has resigned.
Wait, instead of this!
Behave yourself, you're out of control.
That's exactly what Katie Nana said.
You will put your mother to considerable bother. Now she must compose another Times advertisement for yet another unsuspecting nanny.
And what am I supposed to write this time?
We've written out an advertisement.
Nanny wanted to look after 2 out-of-control tearaways for very little wages.
It'll have to sound more enticing than that, Winifred.
Don't you want your advertisement?
No, I don't. Off to the nursery immediately so that your mother can get on with it.
Please, Father.
Mother's advertisements haven't worked very well so far.
Michael does have a point, George. Perhaps we should see what they've written.
Children, Winifred.
Yes, they are, George.
Please let me read it.
Please let them read it.
Please, please.
Yes, very well, but make it quick. I've indulged you quite enough for one evening. Off the nursery so that your mother can undertake the task of ensuring a strict, exacting, and scrupulous nanny with impeccable references.
Impeccable references, yes indeed, George.
And so Mr. Banks went off with his black briefcase while Mrs. Banks sat in the drawing room writing letters to the papers, begging them to send some nannies to them at once.
Upstairs in the nursery, Jane and Michael watched at the window, wondering who would come.
Ellen! Look! Do come see! There are nannies lined up all around the corner! Oh my!
They're afraid of looking up.
No doubt there'll be one amongst them fit for the task. And then, something extraordinary happened. The wind changed.
Jane and Michael Banks.
I'm sorry?
I said, you are the mother of Jane and Michael Banks.
Well, yes, of course. You'll keep the position of nanny.
Naturally.
You have impeccable references, I presume. May I see them?
Oh, I make it a rule never to give references.
Really? But I thought it was usual. The darn thing, so to speak.
A very old-fashioned idea to my mind. Very old-fashioned.
But George
Quite
said...
out of date, as you might say.
Really? I must be mistaken.
Now then, the qualifications. Item 1, cheery disposition. I am rarely cross. Item 2, rosy cheeks. Obviously. Item 3, play games. All sorts. Well, I'm sure the children will find my games very diverting.
May I see that letter?
Excuse me. Item 4, you must be kind. I am kind, but extremely fan. Have you lost something?
That letter, you see, I thought George... I'm sure. I'm so sorry, you were saying.
You are Winifred Banks, are you not?
What?
And you did advertise for the position of nanny, did you not?
Winifred Banks, yes, I believe I am. May I see that letter?
I beg your pardon, are you ill?
I hope not.
Now then, about my wages, the reference here is very obscure.
Very obscure.
We must be very clear on that point, mustn't we?
Yes, you must indeed.
I shall require every second Tuesday off.
Every Tuesday, yes. Michael Jane! This is Mary Poppins. She's been interviewing me
I'm
for...
prepared to give you a trial.
You are? Oh, marvellous, marvellous! You won't be disappointed.
Come along, children. Speak fast.
Ellen, look! Wonderful news! Mary Poppins is giving us a trial! Oh, thank the Lord! I've just got what it takes to get those stupid children in the show! Calm down, won't it?
And that's how Mary Poppins came to live at 17 Cherry Tree Lane.
Mrs. Banks was delighted because she could tell her friends that her children's nanny was so modern she didn't even give references.
Mr. Banks is happy because as Mary Poppins seems to travel by wind, she never halts at the traffic and he is never obliged to tip the policeman.
And Ellen and Cook were greatly relieved because they were free to drink strong cups of tea in the kitchen instead of presiding over nursery dinners.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Who's the type?
Me, I like to keep things neat.
I can see that.
How did you get here? What kind of whip were you in?
Let's do.
What a funny bag.
Carpets.
To carry carpets in.
No, made of. Let's brighten things up.
There's nothing in there.
What do you mean, nothing?
But I saw it was empty.
Nonsense. Now, kindly stand here, please.
There's something tricky about this one.
I like her. Ah, yes, just as I suspected. Thoroughly untrustworthy, and suspicious.
What?
See? Jane. Ah, yes. Extremely entitled with a tendency to tyrannize nannies.
Wait a minute. What about you then, Mary Poppins?
All right. Naturally,
Show us!
practically perfect in every way. By the time the week has grown, the wedding around, I'll show you if I can. No matter what the circumstance, one thing I renounce, my character is streets for spick and span. I'm practically perfect in every way. So people say, that you love me as around. Each treat is quick and clearly sound. Be perfect from day to day. Incredible, you would never get to show. I'm so practically perfect in every way. And proper and never too bad. With repeated again to learn. I'm free and honest, my manner blind. And I will choose all the sensible kind. I suffered in lessons, I was not remain. There's nothing else I will hide claim. I'm free perfect in every way. Free perfect, that's my forte. My is all what you want. You give me unspeakably high. I'm free perfect, no slightly swayed. That's just perfectly loyal. I'm so practically in every way. Lose my credentials, perhaps you have a few questions.
Not temperamental, not grouchy or gruff.
Very good.
More music tender than the going is tough.
Quite the contrary.
Do you read stories without a big fuss? Or have objections to
I do, I like games, but I choose them.
That's not fair! You're practically perfect in every way, I guarantee. Every perfect, we hope you'll stay. Each documentary goes around. Each training place says always stop. It's not
Now, shall we get on with this?
Get on with what?
In your advertisement, did you not specifically request to play games?
Yes, we did.
Very well then. Our first game is called Well Begun is Half Done.
I've never heard of it.
Otherwise known as Let's Hide in the Nursery.
I told you she was tricky. That's a job, not a game.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap. The job's a game, and every task you undertake, there comes and it's okay. A walk, a spree, it's very clear to see. That's a spoon for the sugar, the kissing, the down, the missing, the down, the missing, the down. That's a spoon for the sugar.
the afternoon would slip away from her if she didn't keep up with it. At the corner, she turned to the right, and then to the left. Nodded thoughtfully at the policeman, who said, "Lovely day to be out, Mary Poppins."
Indeed, his officer.
She stopped beside a shop window and straightened her hat in the reflection. Then she smoothed down her frock and tucked her umbrella more securely under her arm so that the handle, or rather the parrot, could be seen by everyone. After these preparations, she went to find her old friend Bert.
Today I'm a screever, and as you can see, a screever's an artist of the highest degree. And it's all me own work from my own memory. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree. I draws what I liked, and I liked what I drew, and me cat would be glad for a copper or two.
Hello, Bert.
Mary Poppins!
Wait for us! What can we do?
You took your time. Bert, may I introduce you to Jane and Michael. Jane, Michael, this is Bert, except on Sundays when he's Herbert Alfred.
Please meet Bert, except on Sundays. When
Herbert Alfred, pleased to make your acquaintance.
are these your pictures?
Everyone.
They're lovely, lovely, lovely. They're more than lovely. They belong in the Royal Academy of the Arts.
Mary.
Come in, Bert.
I'd be honoured, Mary Poppins.
We're going for a walk in the park.
When you walk with Mary Poppins, you go to places you've never dreamed of.
I've dreamed of the park and it's boring.
All that it takes is a spark. Then something, plain as a park, becomes a wonderland. All you have to do is look anew. You'll understand why it's a jolly old day with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light.
It's really bad.
When the days are grey and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright.
Nonsense, Bert.
Oh, happiness is moving all around her. Daffodils are smiling at the dove.
Is that what we're talking about?
When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a brass band.
You won't have brass for all of this.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder it's Mary that we love.
Boring, just like Mother Nanny's thinking. Cars are good for us. It's just statues and grannies. I don't understand all the fuss. Is she doing it to spite us? We could lose her for a laugh. I'll tell you what, she seems so different, but I bet she's not. There is nothing to excite us in the park.
You're quite wrong, you know. Anything can happen when you're with Mary.
You,
I'm Helios.
And I'm Nelius,
your statues.
statues of the King of Pylos.
And I've been waiting half a century to take a walk on a sunny day like this.
I feel like I could cry.
Never seen the grass so green. Mary, yeah.
It's so nice to have you back, Mary.
Will you be quiet? Mary Poppins, please take the children to the nursery. I'm splitting headache. Winifred, it is 6:01, which means I require my 6:01 sherry before it is 6:02.
Yes, Lord.
You won't leave us, will you, Mary Poppins?
I shall stay until the wind changes.
The following day was dedicated to shopping.
2 pounds of sausages, best pork at one. We're in a hurry.
In and out. Well, that's a pity. I'd hope you dropped in for a bit of a chat, Mary Poppins. We butchers, you know, like a bit of company. Maybe next time?
There will be no next time.
Right you are then. £2 you say, best ball?
In a hurry.
In and out.
Thank you.
Mary Poppins gazed up and down the street, deep in thought. And then, suddenly making up her mind, she snapped,
Fishmonger.
The fishmonger, unlike the butcher, looked so sad and felt he'd either just been weeping or was just about to.
Can I help you?
1 drove a sole, a pound and a half of halibut, a pint of prawns, and a lobster.
the children had different ideas as to the cause of this sadness.
He has a dark secret that haunts since
He's
you.
smelled of entirely your own bread and water when he was a child, and he's never forgotten it.
Anything else?
That will be all, thank you.
I knew there wouldn't be anything else.
He had known all along that there wouldn't be anything else.
Bad weather. Don't believe we're going to get any summer at all. Not that we ever did, of course. You don't look too gloomy, Mary Poppins. No one does.
Speak for yourself. The idea. Come along, children.
Mary Poppins, are we never going home?
We have one more shop to visit.
No, I'm not going anywhere else. I'm too tired.
Suit yourselves. Cherry Tree Lane is that way. If you get lost, ask the policeman. Hello, Bert.
Hello, Mary.
I'm off to Mrs. Corrie's talking shop. Care doing.
Mrs. Corrie. Ah, well, actually, it turns out that I've actually got something on. The
Do
nose.
get on with Bert.
I actually promised the Admiral that I'd decorate his pavement. So
Very well. Good day, Bert.
on second thought, I'd go anywhere with you, Mary Poppins.
Marvellous.
Wait for us. Wait, you want to come too?
Very well, but you have to be on the best behaviour for Mrs. Corrie, for she cannot abide indecorous behaviour.
Indeed, she cannot.
Who's Mrs. Corrie?
Mrs. Corrie, she's older than anyone in the entire world today. She remembers Lord William the Conqueror's mother, warned him not to go conquering.
Really? What did William say in response?
I shall take my chances, mother. Thank you, all the same. And the rest is history, according to Mrs. Corrie.
Is that true, Mary Poppins?
That is never wrong.
Oh, she knew Vlad before he went pay me, and Alexander before he went so good.
That you do know that.
Finally, they arrived at Mrs. Corrie's shop.
Fanny! Fanny! Where are you?
And with that, two of the largest people the children had ever seen rose from behind the counter.
How'd you do? Oh, how do you do, miss?
Fanny's my name. My rheumatism's about the same. Thanks you for asking.
You're huge.
Michael, don't be rude.
It's a lovely day. I'm Annie, and some Mrs. Anderson does. Miss Mama! Have a tray, Miss Mama. Oh, no, please accuse me. How do you think when you're spoken to? Mama can't abide his leprous behaviour. Well, what's all this? What's all this?
Well, I do declare. Bless me, if it isn't Mary Poppins. Bert.
Wonderful to see you again, Mrs. Corrie.
And with Jane and Michael Banks. You know, your father George used to slip away from his ghastly nanny and come and visit me.
He did.
I haven't been this surprised since that despot Henry broke with Rome. Now I'll bear on the decapitated head of Anne Boleyn that my feckless daughters have not
of her fingers and gave one each to Jane and Michael.
Only mustics. Can't possibly hurt him. Anything you give him, Mrs. Corrie, could only do him good.
Pity they weren't chocolate bars.
Well, they are sometimes. And very good they taste too. I often nibble at him at night if I can't sleep.
Splendid for the digestion.
What will there be next time?
One never knows till they grow back at precisely 5 p.m. daily.
Or can we stay till 5 p.m. Mary Poppins and watch Mrs. Corrie's fingers grow back? Maybe they'll leave peppermint bars.
Christopher Columbus used to love it when I grew peppermint
You
bars.
must be very old.
Old? Mum is not old. She's a spring chicken.
Our mother was old. She remembers when Queen Cleopatra lost the Battle of Actium.
Ask you not to remind me of that dark time, Fanny. But it is a fact. My mother was a great comfort to poor Cleo. After her and Mark Antony were beaten by Octavius.
Who's Octavius?
Roman Emperor 27 BC to 1480. Who teaches you history?
Golly.
He was a tyrant.
Cleopatra was no shrinking violet herself, that's to be said.
But it doesn't have to be said now, does it, Bert?
No. Quite right, Mrs. Curry.
Very rather a hurry, Mrs. Corrie. Could tell you once given talk, thank you. It's the final item on my shopping list. We sold out of talk, I'm afraid. We don't even have any words left, just this odd collection of letters.
Let me take a look at this. Let me see now. Oh. Sorry, Mr. Crazy. Never happened. Let me see now. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's a silly word.
On the contrary, it's a rather good word. Am I right, Bert?
You're never wrong, Mary Poppins.
Something is, conversation key. You need to find a way to stay with
with you. Ellen and Cook, will you please stop that offensive wailing? Winifred, if you think I'm going to let that Poppins woman undermine the discipline of this household, you've got another thing coming.
I quite agree, dear. Ellen, my carry-on, please.
Mary Poppins.
I really must be off going to make the alcohol and water.
Mary Poppins. There you are.
It's not really the matter.
She's for it now.
Mary Poppins, I must confess that I am extremely disappointed in you. I don't deny that I am partially responsible. I should have never allowed Winifred to conduct the interviews. She lacks insight and a sense of reserve.
The bill! The whole bill! Nothing but the bill! The bill!
Who is lying?
With the bill! Sorry, George!
Where was I?
You're very disappointed in me.
Ah, yes. You see, what the children need to learn is the seriousness of life. A British bank, for example, is run with precision. A British home requires nothing less.
I quite agree.
Tradition, discipline, and rules must be the tools. Without them, disorder, chaos, moral disintegration, sure to garden a mess.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Right. Well, I am disturbed to hear that the children have been cavorting with statues and other highly questionable characters like century-old mothers and their giant daughters. If they must go on outings, they ought to be fraught with purpose, yes, and practicality.
Absolutely.
Silly words like
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
yes, you said it, well done. They must learn the honest proof. Despite their youth, they must learn a vow.
Like you.
Exactly.
They must learn to walk in your footsteps.
My footsteps.
They must learn to walk a straight and narrow path with pride.
Yes, pride.
And so, just as you suggest, dressed and pressed and ready in 2 short minutes, Jane and Michael will be at your side.
Splendid. You fit the nail right on my side. Where are we going?
To the bank, of course, exactly as you proposed.
Did I say I'd be taking the children to the bank?
That's what I heard. Leary's spoken in plain English.
Right. Well, that's settled.
If you'll excuse me, I shall make sure the children are, as you say, dressed and pressed and ready in 2 short minutes.
Right. See that you do.
Why do we have to go to the bank with Father? He doesn't want us to. You put that idea into his head, Mary Poppins.
I never put ideas into people's heads. What an impertinent thing to say. Me putting ideas into people's heads? Really?
He won't give us any treats.
Don't you want to see the bad woman? She herself is the best of treats.
What bird?
You'll know when you see her. Your father may not. Sadly, some people can't see past the ends of their noses. Here's half each. You'll need it.
Why?
No more questions. Off you go. 6 spot. Mr. Banks is waiting.
The children's dropped to keep up with their father as he trod the well-worn path to the bank. They looked in anticipation for the mysterious burden
It wasn't until they walked up Ludgate Hill and came to the steps of St. Paul's Cathedral
built by a man with a bird's name.
that they saw her. Michael, look! It's her!
Who is who?
The bad woman just came up and said she would be.
Where?
There! You do see her?
I see St. Paul's Cathedral, designed, by the way, by renowned architect Christopher Wren.
Can't see past his own nose.
Ren!
That's where there are so many birds!
They're pure coincidence, and they're pigeons. Hey, come back, where are you going?
Each day to the steps of St. Paul's, the little old bad woman comes in her own special way.
money is not squandered, but grown.
Precision and order.
Cogs in a wheel. Opening a ledger. Closing a deal. Prudent investment. Financial sense. A perfect day of sunshine. Shillings and pence.
What's all this? These are my children, sir. They've come to open an account.
Oh, have they now? Excellent. Well, how much money do you have?
Tuppence, sir.
Splendid.
Precisely what I started with. Now, give me the money.
No! Michael only had tuppence to feed the birds, sir.
Shush! Oh, fiddlesticks. Feed the birds and what have you got? Fat birds!
But if you invest your tuppence wisely in the bank, you'll soon see that said tuppence safely invested in the bank will compound, and you'll achieve a sense of conquest at the affluence you've achieved at the hands of the directors of this highly esteemed bank. Right. Come on, hand it over.
No! Michael and I have other ideas of how we'd like to spend our tuppence. Thank you all the same.
Sorry about this, Mr. George. Listen! When you deposit tuppence into a bank account, you'll soon see that it blooms into a credit score of a generous amount semi-annually. And believe me, children, you'll achieve a tremendous sense of stature as your influence expands to the high financial strata that your established credit now commands.
What's he talking about?
You can purchase first and second trust deeds. Think of the foreclosures, bonds, chattels, dividends, opportunities, all manner of private enterprise, shipyards, the mercantile, collieries, tanneries, corporations, amalgamations, bankruptcies, debtor sales, liquidations, receiverships, insolvency, and ruination! And with these failures, supported by the financial prowess of Tomes, Mousley, Grubbs, Fidelity, Fiduciary Bank, will make you rich! Come on, hand it over!
No!
Hand over your tuppences immediately so the directors can invest it wisely.
We won't!
Thanks! Discipline your children.
Michael, Jane, hand over your money this instant.
No!
This is absurd, Banks! You clearly cannot control your own children!
Give me my money back! Give it back! Give it back!
What? There's something wrong. The bank won't give someone their money back.
What?
The bank said no money. Did you hear? The bank won't give someone their money back. I knew this bank. I never knew.
Well, I took you my entire fortune! Every penny, please! Can I say how on my money, please? And me! I'm on! Rent or everything! I want it all
Easy there. It's wrong for a bird.
We're so glad to see them scared. We're being chased!
Don't you worry. I'll look after you like I was her own father. Who's after you?
Father!
Come again?
I wanted to give one time to that burglary, and there was an evil man coming and he tried to take it.
Time.
Then Father set the policeman onto us. Now they've summoned the army and the special forces. I don't know what we did, but it must have been dreadful.
There must be some mistake. Your father loves you.
He wants to put us in jail.
You know what I think?
What?
I think it must be miserable being locked up in that cold, shoddy bank all day having to count money and being forced to make profits.
Really?
I think your father needs some kindness shown him.
Do you?
I do. Would you like to go home?
Yes, please, thank you, Bert. Why are you so dirty?
It just so happens that today I'm cheerily asleep.
How marvellous!
Indeed it is.
Change chimney, chimney, chim, chimney. A sweet bees is lucky as lucky can be. Chimney, chimney, chim, choo. Good luck will rub off when I shake hands with you. Oh, blow me a kiss, and that's lucky too. Now as the ladder of life has been strung, you may think of sweet on the bottommost rung. Though I spend me time in the ashes and smoke, in this whole wide world there's no happier bloke. Chimney, chimney, chim, chimney. Our sweet bees as lucky can be. Chimney, chimney, chim, choo. Good luck will rub off when I shake hands with you.
Here we are, 17 Cherry Tree Lane.
And so, after a peculiar and unsettling day at the bank, the children were glad to be home, where things were normal.
They were looking forward to seeing Mary Poppins and perhaps tidying the nursery with the help of a spoonful of sugar, or seeing how many large objects she could produce from her carpet bag.
But this was not to be.
Unbeknownst to them,
Things are about to get even stranger.
Yes! Special delivery. Jane and Michael Banks.
They're supposed to be in the bank with their father.
Ah, yes, well, Mr. Banks had some terribly important business to attend to at the bank, and so it was decided, for the benefit of the children, that they should return home. Out of the way, so to speak.
Well, there's no one here to look after her. It's Mary Poppins' day off.
Well, I guess you'll have to.
Not on your life. I haven't done my brasses yet.
Cook.
It's baking day.
Well, someone's got to look after him. Oh, me! Oh, I have to move. I don't go. The Lord Mayor has a terribly soft up
Well,
chimney.
you'll have to take the children with you, won't you?
Could we go with you, Bat?
please, Bert, we could help you with the chimney.
I am very good at sweeping things.
Well,
It's simply marvellous to see the Lord Mayor's chimney.
Oh, yes.
What makes you think that you're qualified to go anywhere near the Lord Mayor's chimney? You have to be very careful around other people's chimneys. Even discussing them can cause all manner of strange occurrences. You might, for example, find yourself above the chimneys with the other spaces. A very dangerous prospect.
there's the whole world here, Pete. And you get to see the stars, the birds, and the chimney sweeps.
Look where we are, Michael. Oh, wow!
Brush away the dinosaurs. Brush away your colors out on
Hang around for years.
in a weather's upper house.
is going on? Please.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear, Mr. Banks. I never explain anything.
Really? Well, I have something to explain. Children off to the nursery immediately. Mary Poppins, you stay here. I have something that I wish to say to the household.
I'd love to stay, George, but I have to dress for my run in house.
Winifred, it is my express wish that you remain.
Yes.
Right, well, I'll be off.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind staying just a little longer, just until Mary Poppins can return to the nursery, the children will be so glad you've come.
I really can't.
Oh, thank you, you're too kind.
The lawn maid's going to be awfully put out.
Right. Well, as you all know, ever since Mary Poppins entered this household, things have devolved into unmitigated chaos.
Absolute chaos, you're so right.
Grateful.
Awful.
Well, I'm afraid that today, the final dismal cherry was placed atop the cake of disorder.
Oh, the cake of disorder.
I'm afraid the soup of insurrection bubbled over and made a very ugly mess.
The soup of insurrection bubbled over. Ugly mess.
Will you stop copying me? I've been summoned to the bank at 9 p.m. this evening. I suspect that my career will cease shortly after.
You're being sacked.
I'm afraid so, Ellen. Tonight, this family will begin its descent into penury.
That's rather melodramatic, George.
Mary Poppins, you will leave first thing in the morning. Ellen and Cook, we will keep you for as long as we are able, but it would be wise to begin seeking alternative positions. Now, if you'll excuse me, I will henceforth retire until 8:40 p.m. this evening, after which I will embark on a 20-minute walk to the back. Good night.
George.
I wish we left alone, Winifred. Thank you. Our man has dreams of walking with giants to carve his niche in the edifice of time. Before the mortar of his zeal has a chance to congeal, the cup is dashed from his lips, the flame is snuffed the morning. He's brought to rack and ruin in his prime. It's that Poppins woman. From the moment she stepped into this place, things begun to happen to me. My world was calm, well-ordered, exemplary. Then came this person with chaos in her wake. And now my life ambitions go with one fell blow. It's quite a bitter pill to take.
I long to be a woman of distinction, to walk with those who hold their banners high. A wife and mother shall I be, so tenderly, but I have a fight inside of me that must be set free. See, I'm not simply satisfied to be the angel in the house. I cannot believe a woman's role is nothing more than a life support system for men.
You have to grind, grind, grind at that grindstone. While childhood slips like sand through a sieve. And so before they've up and grown, before they've flown, I must find a way to show I care.
I must show them another model for what it means to be a woman. That a woman is just as capable of being the architect of change as a man, if not more, of taking the reins, assuming control, and putting things right. Mary Poppins!
Well, Mr. Banks surrenders to the reality of his immediate demise. Muriel Mathers changes all to the grill in the ladies' gallery at Parliament House. And Mrs. Banks plots for her husband's return to a life of meaning and purpose.
Mary Poppins!
Her engagement in the suffragette movement.
Those history makers,
Action heroes.
warriors of progress,
Gave her the courage and impetus needed to carry
right person for the job.
I will bring the strategic know-how of Emmeline Pankhurst, the brute courage of Emily Davison, and the pluck of Millicent Fawcett. But it may just be a spoonful of sugar that provides the edge we need to get us across the line.
Well, in that case, I wish you service, Mrs. Banks.
The two was in March.
Within 10, straight into the office of Mr. Dawes.
Where he was seated with the Board of Trustees at Tones, Penalty, Gross, Fidelity, Fiduciary Black! Gentlemen!
I'm sorry, did we have an appointment?
We did not, Mr. Dawes.
Nonetheless, my friend Mary Poppins and I would like to take a small moment of your time to settle a pressing matter. Have you met Mary Poppins? Well, in that case, let me introduce Mary Poppins, for you must pronounce both the names at all times.
Quite right. She is a woman of extraordinary wisdom and charm, and has come with me tonight to help persuade you, Mr. Dawes, gentlemen, to show mercy when dealing with George Banks at precisely 9 p.m. this evening.
George Banks, is this what this is about?
Indeed it is, sir. You see, George is not without his faults, but he is a man of unparalleled ethics and high moral principles, and has dedicated his life to the service of Tones, Mousley, Grubbs, Fidelity, Fiduciary Bank, and if you choose to keep him on, he will continue to do so.
His children are high-spirited.
Children are wild, uncontrollable saboteurs. Hear this. In 1773, an official of this bank loaned a large sum of money to finance a shipment of tea to the American colonies. Do you know what happened, madam?
Well, yes, I believe I do. As the ship lay in Boston Harbor, a party of colonists climbed on deck and threw the tea overboard, making it unsuitable for drinking, even for Americans.
Otherwise known as the Boston Tea Party, precisely. The loan defaulted, and there was a run on the bank. We have not had a run on the bank since, until today.
I see. Well, I'm sure my husband is willing to take full responsibility for the children's behavior, but you must remember, Mr. Dawes, they are children. Do you not remember being a child?
That is enough, Mrs. Banks! Now, if you have something of significance to add, do so now! We are very busy men. I thought so. Now, kindly leave.
I have something to add.
Oh, make it brief, we are
Very busy men.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
What?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You're talking nonsense.
Let me get one thing perfectly clear, Mr. Dawes. I never talk nonsense.
Haven't time for this, we are
Very busy men! Right back 3 times already, Mr. Dawes. Now Mary Poppins has something significant to say, and if you do not hear her out, I will the thing right as a fight!
Thank you. As I was saying, it's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Stop.
I'm the
Please
little
stop.
lie. I'm the
No.
little lie. I'm the little lie. I'm the little lie.
I was just asking these women to leave.
Wait! What was that word? Say it again.
Gobbledygook, Father, I didn't mean to disturb you.
Silence! The word set.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Of course, you can say it backwards, which is so colorized. Sepsis, Cilindrophilocrepus. That's going a bit far, don't you think? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
What are those children doing there? Awfully sorry to disturb you, Governor, but I insisted.
We just want to apologise for causing such disturbance in the debate today. And to give you our tuppences.
Oh, don't worry about that. Do you have any jokes? I haven't laughed since 1732, and it feels marvellous!
I have a joke.
Father, we really haven't time for this. Banks will be here any minute.
Oh, don't be quiet! Go ahead, boy.
Well, I was talking to my sister Jane recently, and I said, I know a man with a wood leg named Smith. And she said, what's the name of his other
don't know. What do you call a parade of rabbits hopping backwards?
A receding hairline.
A receding hairline!
You have to grind, grind, grind that flat grindstone, while childhood slips like sand through a sieve. And so before they've up and grown, before they've flown, I must find a way to show I care.
Now listen here, I know why you brought me here tonight, and I just want you to know that I don't care.
Ah, thanks. Wonderful to see you. I know a man with a wooden leg named Smith.
I don't care about your bastard bank, your bastard money. My duty is to my family. I beg your pardon, sir?
What was the name of his other leg?
Hey, Mary Poppins! I'm awfully sorry, sir. Am I interrupting? You wanted to see me at night?
Ah, yes. My son here has some important business to discuss with you. Edward!
Well, thanks. Given recent events at the bank today, we, along with the fellow trustees, have decided it is in the interest of this ongoing success of this ongoing hallowed establishment that
Give you a pay rise!
A pay rise?
Yes, Edward, a pay rise. And a job for life. Congratulations, banks! You have raised your children well.
I have?
Indeed you have, man.
Oh, well, if you'll excuse me, I must see that old Mr. Dawes gets a good night's rest after this evening's exertions. I shall see you tomorrow. I'm sure as ever. Yes, of course, sir. Good night.
A wooden leg named Smith.
Please smoke your pipes, Governor.
Cherry Tree Lane, each thinking of the extraordinary events of the day and night.
Only Mary Poppins and Admiral Boo had an inkling the wind was about to change.
Children, come down here at once. I have something to show you.
He has a kite! He has a kite! Let's get it!
I made it. I figured we could go fly it around in the park before dinner. We'd love for you to join us, my dear, if you're not too busy with the cause.
Come on.
Well, my gallant ladies are expecting me to lead them in song.
Very well. Your mother is very busy.
That's not until 4 o'clock, so let's go fly a kite.
Yay! Father, how did you make it?
Well, with tuppence of paper and string, you can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird. It's like with your holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, 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 let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear.
banks on your children. Capital humour from the both of them. A man with a wooden leg named Smith. Receding hairline, capital. Father loved it. Died laughing. Sorry, sir. I've never seen him so happy since I was a boy. I've never seen him so full of joy. Children, on behalf of Tomes, Mousley, Grubbs, Fidelity Fiduciary Bank, we thank you. Banks, he left an opening for a new partner. He wanted it to be you. Congratulations, Banks.
What's the weather box there, Admiral?
There's a west wind coming.
I thought as much. Winifred.
I really must dash, George. I'm conducting a round with a bunch of women outside number 10.
Don't be late. These not words.
Indeed, George.
Michael, Jane, how would you like to go and sail a boat down the river before dinner?
I can't. I promised Mother I'd make plans with Master Podcast.
Right. Michael?
Can we play kite again?
Very well then. We shall fly.
They don't need you anymore. No, they don't. They've forgotten all about you.
Only for the time being.
You're but a faded memory, a speck of dust in a vast sea.
And it is quite enough of that, thank you.
All their parents never do you.
That's as it should be.
Don't you care?
Practically perfect people never allow sentiments to muddle their thinking.
I'm not so sure about that.
The idea! It's high time that we are on our way. Off we go.
Goodbye, Mary Poppins. Don't stay way too long.